think about what you're doing and make changes to it.
Yep.
We're getting started here on Rankin, and the match has begun, starting out by following Strife as he gets some quick items picked up and going up one of the ramps up to the side middle level, going to pick up some health vials as well. No sign of his opponent as of yet, but there is his lightning gun, and that's the one he's looking for. He knows that's going to be a lot of fun, but still no sign. There we go, Strife on the upper levels, throwing down some shot combos towards the bottom where he knows eVeNflow is trying to stay out of the line of fire, and eVeNflow still no armor, only 60 health, picks up a little health as he's moving around, and Strife, he's got that super shield and he's ready to rumble.
He is. He's got the timing down. The next one's going to be around, about 13:35. So he's got plenty of time to just basically play with eVeNflow a little bit before he's got to go back down there. Now, we've got a scoreless game, and I think you're right. Strife having that lightning gun is going to be very beneficial to him in this particular map. Now, I believe eVeNflow has picked up his lightning gun as well. They're just warming up? Okay. Okay, folks, it was all a joke. The game hasn't started yet. We'll let you know as soon as it does. They're just warming up, I guess, even though they said good luck to one another.
I think that maybe we should just assume that this is actually going, and I don't know what to tell you. If it is going, it is currently 1-0 in favor of Strife, and they're playing as if this is a real game. I mean, just watching their movement, I think that this is going. So let's just assume that it is, because I actually think they've started this match. 13 minutes and 17 seconds left. They're showing no signs of stopping. I don't know what to say, Marcus.
13 minutes, 10 seconds for this possible match, possible practice game. I believe Allie's going to go investigate that. Maybe, I'm not sure. 13 minutes now on the clock. If this was a real game, Strife ahead by 2 right now. And I mean, I don't know. Usually when a player says good luck, that means it's game time. But maybe these guys are just prim and proper like that. 12 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock as Strife picks up that super shielding. Who knows? Maybe this will be an inkling as to what will happen here in the future. So we're still waiting for the official word, and they did immediately after the game say we are going to have to wait. It is live.
Ah, finally.
Okay,
There's
thank you very much. You know, if there's one thing that Counter-Strike does right, it's live. You know what's going on. You can't mistake that. So congrats, Counter-Strike. Anyway, 12 minutes and 4 seconds in this matchup, and Strife so far dominating 3 frags to 0. A lot of close-range battles, but his first initial kill was a very nice lightning gun shot. So 3-0, a big old 3 for Strife from the U.S., a big old goose egg for eVeNflow from New Zealand, but there's still plenty of time, 11 minutes, 42 seconds. Strife not necessarily controlling any particular part of the level. He's just making sure that he's going back to the super shield and trying to get that 50 when he can, but he's not extending himself so much that it's becoming difficult for him. Well,
that's just it. You got to keep things simple. I mean, if you're going to play this match, you're going to just worry about the things you know you can worry about. Stop trying to control the entire level, and Strife is playing this one right. Now, they are getting into some close corner battles. Here comes rocket shot. Strife down to 114 health, eVeNflow down to 46. They're trapped in one of these corridors, dodging left, dodging right. Here comes a little bit of shield action. Shot combo from Strife, direct hit. eVeNflow feels that one all the way down to his bones, and it is currently 4-0. And there's a killing spree. Another combo coming out to play. 5-0, 10 minutes and 52 seconds left to go.
You know, there was 2 shot combo frags there, but that first one was beautiful as he was jumping from the 50 shield window, and eVeNflow blows himself up as we're evaluating Strife's shot combos there. It's now -1 and a headshot. Strife is on fire. He didn't like that the last game was as close as it actually was, but that shot combo by Strife was just phenomenal. Through the window, there's is it? Was that another? No, it's 7 to -1 now. And look at Strife tearing things up. Another lightning gun shot. He knows his opponent's hurt. He goes after him with the minigun. I'm not even going to get to talk about that shot combo, so be it. Sees his opponent once again. The lightning gun comes out, and it looks like eVeNflow hurting pretty badly. No armor, 95 health. One lightning gun shot from Strife could end his run and put 8 on the scoreboard for Strife. 7 to -1, though. That's hard to come out of, Allison. I mean, going down into the negatives, especially in a competitive game where ultimately, if he loses this one, he's out. He's going home. He will not be advancing on to the top 8. That's a tough thing to have to deal with.
Anyone that's played competitive games at a major event, you've got to understand the level of stress that you feel, the nerves, the way your hands shake, you sweat. Things get really difficult. And once you've lost your concentration, you start to beat yourself up, and it's really hard to stop, take a break in your mind, and fix it. But look at that, as Strife down to 1 armor, 31 health as he picks up a couple of health vials. eVeNflow, this may be his opportunity to bring things back into perspective and get this game going in his favor. There's another direct shot, 33 health versus 55 health. These guys are battling it across the platforms, and here comes Strife, minigun blazing. eVeNflow down to 12 health, Strife at 38, and he's going to pick up some health vials, get back in this one. eVeNflow picking up health vials as well, and these guys just keep throwing some flak damage at each other. eVeNflow trying to get on the board, actually trying to make this a nice round 0 again, and Strife, good dodging going on there, knowing when to stick around, knowing when to back around a corner. Strife still not recovered yet, throwing some shock balls through one of the entrances, and eVeNflow throwing out suppressive fire as well. Neither of them connecting, but look at eVeNflow with the super shield, 77 health. Strife with the small shield. Here comes the minigun damage, and there we go. eVeNflow with that minigun finally tracking down Strife. Strife ran out of corners to hide in, and it is now 8 to 0. Question: can eVeNflow keep this going?
You know what? I think the answer is can he convert his frags? He finally now has 0 after going down and basically blowing himself up with a rocket. The question is, can he do it? He needs to convert his frags. He needs to be getting like Strife was, 2 or 3 frags off of 1 kill, and that's being able to run the spawns well enough. Right now, it looks like he possibly could. eVeNflow dropping down, picking up that super shield. Strife only has 31 points of health, and he is on the run, but it's just that. He is running, and he's running well. You can run in 2 ways. You can run with your back to your opponent and just run, or you can run with a flak in hand and defensively fire shots. So if your opponent chases you, they'll just be greeted by a flak ball to the face, a shot combo to the face, and that's exactly what Strife is doing, and eVeNflow's having a hard time dealing with that. Strife gets another nice shot. He could go down here, down to 18 points of health, and eVeNflow is not finishing his opponents off. He needs to work on, he had his minigun out maybe just a tad bit too late, but Strife just beating down on his opponent over and over with that lightning gun. Granted, eVeNflow just got another frag, making it 8 to 1, but look at that, 50 armor, 11 health. That was not a healthy battle for eVeNflow.
And it can't take that long to convert a frag. I mean, that was over a minute of play just to get another point on the board, and he's got to do 7 of those. He has 6 minutes and 45 seconds left to go, so he really doesn't have the space to sit there and take his time chasing down Strife over and over again. And also the problem he's having is because he is chasing after Strife, Strife is able to get some nice damage off of walls. He knows exactly where he's coming from, and he has no problem throwing out suppressive fire to keep eVeNflow held back. Strife now feeling a little bit more comfortable at 104 health, 33 armor. eVeNflow at 79 health, 50 armor. So eVeNflow, he's starting to lose his control here, and that's not going to look good for him. He's got a lot to make up here. Strife looking for a little bit more. He's going to get that lightning gun. He knows that's the weapon he loves to see, and there you go. Nice shot. Switching his weapons. Here comes the minigun. We've got eVeNflow down to 9 and then down to nothing as Strife is back in this one, back in control. 9 to 1 over eVeNflow, and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I know how tough this can be, but Strife is able to control eVeNflow so well.
Exactly. And he's not losing his composure if he does lose control. He's keeping his distance from his opponent. He's regaining his arsenal of weapons. He's seeing if he can sneak in, possibly grab one of the armors. But there is another double flak by Strife, making it 10 to 1. And this is the point in the game where it really there's two things that can happen to eVeNflow. He can go, all right, I need to step my game up about 5 notches and I need to win this one, or he's basically going to start to relax and go, I've already lost. Right. So now he's not only up against Strife, but he's up against himself. Right. If he loses this game, he's out. And, you know, I mean, he seems to still be moving and fighting in a fashion that, you know, he's not going to give up. But he's got 36 points of health. There's the 5-minute warning, and that's the kind of trigger that can really kind of put you into panic mode. 5 minutes, and I'm losing by 9? You know, how can I possibly do this? Can it be done? Yes, it's possible. But it is going to be real difficult for eVeNflow.
Oh, and there we go. eVeNflow, he's making an attempt at it. Oh, wait, he's not actually. Strife coming through with some machine gun damage, or some minigun damage just after a direct flak ball hit. And eVeNflow really, I mean, at this point in time, he needs the point so badly that it can be easy to switch into super aggression and have that actually end up hurting you. What choice do you have, though, when you have to make up 10 frags? eVeNflow getting into a battle with Strife. Strife making light work of it. He still has 146 health, 79 armor as eVeNflow is reset.
Wow.
And there we go, fresh off the spawn and a back-to-back frag going out for Strife. He is on a killing spree with 107 health, 45 armor. Getting into another battle. eVeNflow down to 6. Minigun comes out, and it is now 14-1 with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left to go.
Allison, you know, it comes down to one thing, and that is, quite frankly, conversion. Strife knows how to convert his frags on this map, and, you know, people may say, Wheat, hey, Strife just got lucky spawns, but honestly, you can't get lucky 12 times like that. Right. He has literally been reading his opponent. He's been making the right assumptions, and, you know, Strife is basically outperforming his opponent on this map by leaps and bounds. There's 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining as Strife continues to just score frag after frag. There is another one. He goes from flak to lightning gun. He's being very eclectic in his choice of weapons, and he seems to be comfortable with that. It's not slowing him down at all. We're about to hit the 3-minute warning now. It's 16-1, and it's just hard to believe that a game that was so close on Refinery has such a wide spread in the second matchup. But that's how it goes. For Strife, that may have been exactly what he needed. That close game for him to get in the zone, for him to say, dude, this next game, I'm just going to rage my opponent, because that's really what it feels like he's been doing. There's another one, making it 17-1. I don't think there's any mistake in saying that Strife will be advancing, and I would like to point out that for Strife, this is the furthest that he will have ever made it in the World Cyber Games.
So he has to be feeling pretty good about this one. Hopefully he can translate that confidence into another, you know, another great round next time around. He does a nice little rampage there, and with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left to go, eVeNflow pauses for a moment and says, good game. He knows this one is done. He's played his heart out, but Strife, you know, he's on fire. I mean, his shots have been hitting as he misses a shock ball right there, but, you know,
2 minutes remain.
That rocket launcher spawn should be deleted. eVeNflow complaining a little bit, and eVeNflow has basically, he stopped playing. He's done with this one, and play Q3. Marcus, don't be taunting the UT players.
Oh, you know what? These guys, they're all really good friends, you know, and you know, at this point in time, they've played each other so many times, especially in the international events. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
A peck of pickled peppers.
eVeNflow's now issuing challenges to the broadcasters.
Where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked?
Nice. Nice, Allison. That's very impressive.
It's just I'm better than you. It's okay, though. I still love you.
1 minute, 14 seconds remaining. Folks, this game is over. But a great matchup. You know, that first matchup on Refinery, as far as I'm concerned,
it was quite
best
impressive.
match that I've seen here at WCG 2004. So, you know, I always say to these players that, you know, despite a loss, when you can deliver such an incredibly fast-paced, intense match like that, dude, that's not fair. You know, that's just it's that should be pleasure within itself. That's almost as good as just winning the match. Granted, you don't win a lot of money or a medal.
Look at you
for
offering
having that,
the love to the losers. It's just like, you know, you can take pride in the fact that you've entertained the masses, but it doesn't quite make up for losing the money.
Yeah. And this game is pretty much over. 20 seconds now, counting it down. And eVeNflow says, I didn't drink my milk and salt.
That's disgusting.
Didn't eat your Tim Tams.
Oh, see, I don't even know what Tim Tams are. So
5, 4, 3.
Tim Tams.
Tim Tams.
3, 2, 1, and 19-1 is the final score of that one. Good games to Strife, and congratulations for finally getting over that hurdle that he's been working so hard to get over, making it this far in the World Cyber Games, you know, among 60, 70 other competitors.
It's a massive group here.
He did a great job.
Now, while I have a moment, to all of you currently tuned in on the UT2K4 stream, I just got to tell you, we've got some StarCraft coming online in 15 minutes on our main stream at listen.radioitg.com. And if you want to kill some time and are sick of listening to the music we're playing on these streams when we go away, head on over to that main stream and check out this StarCraft. The StarCraft has been intense. And this next one, Korea versus the U.S., so it's going to be a fun one. You're not going to want to miss it. And if you want to stick around here, when do we have our next UT match coming into play? Do we know?
For what?
Our next
matchup?
UT round?
We won't know here. I'm going to try to get you guys some score updates because I know that you guys love score updates. So we'll see what we can do. But the next matchup I don't believe is even going to begin until after lunch. So keep that in mind. It looks like, according to my clock, at 2:30 Pacific Daylight Time.
Which is about 2 hours.
Which is in about 2 hours. The next game will be beginning. So like Allison said, there's a lot of great stuff going on. I think also there's a pretty sweet CS match that's going to be coming up. Men in Brazil versus Titans. Hopefully, crosses fingers. Let's see if that one happens. But both those guys, outstanding teams. And, you know, when it comes down to the World Cyber Games, it may not be your game of choice, but when you're dealing with competition at this level, every single game is exciting. Every single game is enjoyable to watch. And
right.
So keep that in mind. Keep an open mind, and, you know,
rock on.
Rock on, indeed. So this is Marcus DJ Wheat Graham.
Allison Trillian Settles.
And live from the World Cyber Games 2004, sponsored by Samsung, NVIDIA, Shuttle, and Creative here in San Francisco, California. We'll be back with more after this.